Okay, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been mad about something small, but you knew it wasn't small? Like, it's not the time or the text. It's not even about being late. It was the feeling that you weren't important enough to plan for. He thinks he's being a hero by staying late to provide. She thinks he's being a ghost by disappearing when she needs him most. Today, we're looking at provider versus the protector and how their best intentions are actually tearing them apart.
There we go.
Here we go.
Hey, welcome to Change the Odds, everybody. We're Marriage and Family. We're never meant to be a game of chance. Blaine and Adrienne,
Yes.
we are back.
Hello.
Yes.
Happy 2026.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Here we are.
How you doing? You feeling good?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
you
good.
look
Yeah,
great.
You
look
yeah,
great.
So, always
Adrienne,
love
you
it.
look great.
Adrienne's acting like it's 47 degrees in the
Right.
studio. You know why?
Old Canadian girl.
Because it is 47 degrees in the studio.
So cold.
I'm wide awake and feel great.
Yeah.
And for our Canadian listeners, because I want them to be seen
Would that
too,
be warm?
47 minus 30,
Oh.
the 17 divided by 2 is about 6, 8.
Oh.
So it's 8.5 degrees in here.
Okay,
That's
I don't
cold.
even know what just happened.
They're like, it's minus 40,
But we
so
do have,
grow
hey,
up.
credit to
Thank
the two of
you.
you. We
Thank
do
you.
have a good number of Canadians
Let's
that
go.
listen.
We love you guys. Yeah, eh?
So, hey,
Yeah, eh?
I don't
Okay.
know.
What we got, Kev?
All right. So, hey, today, we have what I think is going to be a very typical fight. Have y'all ever fought over one's supposed to be home and the other one's not?
Oh, so many times.
Yeah.
Our core fight.
That used to be our
Oh, this is
biggest
it. That
fight.
was it.
On the
Yes.
nose.
Oh, we could have just done y'all's fight.
Yeah.
We didn't have to have somebody.
I thought
text
you
in.
did, Kev. I thought you did.
So it was it primarily Blaine who wasn't there?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm stuck at home all the time. I mean, I get to be at home with the kids. I love it.
Yeah, but even
But
back
y-
up before kids, this still
That's
was
true, yeah.
still was the main
I think
fight.
it's a you problem, kind of.
Oh,
So let's
God.
dive
Oh
in.
wow,
Oh, wow.
wow! How about that?
I'm willing to grow, guys.
So was it work or was it golf? Because these
Both.
are two different fights.
Sorry,
Both.
what?
Both.
So
Both.
okay, I think she is emphatic. So we have two different fights. So the play fight, the I'm playing golf, I'm out with friends. That's a whole different fight than what we have today. So today we have the work fight because here's the difference. I think with the golf fight that might hypothetically happen on occasion, the man isn't going to feel as justified with what's going on. Today's fight is going to be different.
Totally.
In that he feels like he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. And then she's going to be somewhat frustrated by what's taking place. And that creates a whole different dynamic apart from, you're out with your friends and those kind of things. And this is, maybe with y'all, it's primarily he's gone and you're at home because of kids. For many couples, it is she's out with friends, he's home, and you have, this was us. Where I was actually home because I have a more flexible schedule being with church. I would pick up the kids. I would get home. Jenny would have to work late. So now it's Jenny that's coming in late and I'm home. So the gender switch could happen there in some way. All right,
Totally.
Blaine, you want to read the fight that we got texted into us? So go to changetheodds.com or Instagram. You can text in what your fight is. We'd love to break it down here on the show.
I just don't think it was golf as much as you guys think it was golf
Okay.
fights. Okay? Just wanna
It's
make that
definitely
clear.
been both.
Maybe we could have a fight right now and just
I don't remember
Do
at the start it being golf.
Okay, at the start it was work, and then it progressed to golf.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But so this is the first fight. Work is the first fight. That's
Right.
where we're going to go. And then maybe down the road, one of you can hypothetically text in to change the
wish
odds.
you would come golfing with me. Okay, here we go. The fight. Hey, Fight Club. My husband, Mark, said he'd be home.
We're using names.
Okay.
All right, let's not use that name again. Oh, that's a common name.
It is a common name. We
Okay.
don't know who this guy is. Hey, Fight Club. My husband, Mark, said he'd be home by. Oh, my husband said he'd be home by 6. Dinner was ready. The kids were asking. 6
where's
came
Daddy?
and went. Where's Daddy? No text, no call. When he finally walked in, he didn't even look at me. He headed straight for the mail on the counter. That's when I snapped. It wasn't just the lateness, it was the casualness of it all. I told him I felt invisible, like his job mattered more than his family. He got defensive immediately and said, I'm working hard for us. Then he shut down. I ended up crying. He ended up silent. I'm an Enneagram 6 with anxious attachment style. He is a 3 and leans avoidant.
There
Help
we
us
go.
because this keeps happening.
Oh, there we go.
This is nice. They got a little detail in there.
I
with
like
that.
it. Hey, you go to change the
How's
odds
that?
now. You can take your love style, you can take your lead style, and then we have more information
Hold
to play
on.
with.
We go online and we take a little test.
Two assessments. Yes.
2 assessments, and I figure out what number I am.
Then
You figure it out.
We
Wow.
figure out the number.
We have hit a nerve over there, Kevin. And
I like it.
Will be spicy.
This is going to be a hot episode today. She's cold and a little frustrated.
I'm warming up now.
All right, so here's the thing, though. They actually didn't have to tell us their attachment style, although I'm glad that they did, because, all right, look at the fight, the two of you. Do you see what are the hot words that show us what their attachment style actually is? So you go to
He's silent.
silent. Yes, the shutdown will now tell you the avoidant side of what's going on. What shows her attachment style? She said one word in there.
I read it.
Yes,
So
she snapped.
oh, she snapped.
Okay,
That's familiar.
that's anxious.
Oh,
That's
anxious?
The snap is going to be an anxious because what's happening is the tension is so much that I need you to see me and you're not seeing me. And so if you're not seeing me at this level, then I'm going to take it to another level so that you'll see me.
We've literally had this exact argument in a restaurant.
where? Which
you
one?
remember?
Which one?
I
So many
ran
fights.
into the bathroom crying, and then you followed me and you in there, and then this gentleman's like, "Are you okay, ma'am?" Like, what? He like started worrying for me because
For
he
your
was
safety?
like, "Oh yes."
It's actually his safety you need to be worried about right now.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah.
What restaurant?
Oh, I don't know, but I was like, "You keep choosing work over me. I can't do that."
okay.
Yeah.
This is back at the
Back
beginning.
in BC. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
in
sorry.
Vancouver.
So
Oh man.
So look at that. But I love the idea of think about go back to love styles, right? We do the table illustration. What's going on below the table for her? She feels unseen, unheard, unvalued, unloved. He's not seeing it, right? So she raises a protest, a pointed finger of protest, and that always elevates beyond even the issue because what's going on inside is so much more painful than what the
it
actual
feels
issue is.
so big.
So you ratchet up the emotion. So somebody with anxious attachment is going to ratchet up the emotion to match what they're feeling inside, right? So she's snapping. His avoidant attachment is, I don't want any part of this conflict, right? So to protect myself and also to protect you, I'm afraid of what I might do, say the wrong thing, whatever. So I'm just going to emotionally shut down, which think about what that does. When he shuts down, it's going to irritate her even more because the shutdown now makes her feel even more unseen, unheard,
Yeah,
unvalued,
it's just
unloved.
like, yeah.
So what does
elevating
she
it.
do then? She elevates it even higher, and then the fight can be on in many ways. So let's kind of break down. So that's the attachment issue of what's going on.
Right.
That's their love style. Let's break down their lead style. So she said that she's the Enneagram 6, right?
Yeah.
So think about Enneagram 6. Remember, so that's me. So it's going to be certainty, wants predictability,
Right.
and then have a dyadic viewpoint. So she sees herself, she sees him all at the same time. So think about this. If I desperately need predictability, how did he violate that?
He gave you none.
Late.
The late.
Yeah.
The late. So this
No
this,
text. No call.
This is going to be a bigger issue for her. It would be an issue for anybody. This is going to be a bigger issue for her because where's the predictability?
Yeah.
Now I don't know what I can trust and what I can't trust. And think about it, Enneagram 6. We can talk about the shadow side in just a minute, but she's always going to be a little bit uncertain of, are you going to love me or not? And so she's always testing. That's the negative side of what's going on. That's the negative side of who I am. Always testing. Are you faithful or not? And so this is going to trigger that now in some way. So he's coming at it from a 3. So a bonding dyadic, so relationship first, and then dyadic. So they're both going to have a very similar viewpoint. How they attend to the world is what Siegel talks about. So think about 3, 6, and 9. There's a little triad there of 3, 6, and 9 that they all attend to the world the same way. Adrienne, you have this, right? I have this. Blaine, you don't have a clue what this is. So it's this viewpoint of they always see themselves and see others at the same time. There's a lot of strength to it, but the downside is they can never fully see themselves and they can never fully see somebody else. They're always interpreting both at the exact same time. So a lot of strengths to that. But there's some real downsides to what's happening here. So let's look at, so what do we do? How do we break down these fights, right? We get the love style, we get the lead style. Then we want to look at what's the power couple here? What's the superpowers of this unique kind of combination? So think about now, he being a 3 brings the momentum, the excitement, leadership, right? Achievement. Think a 3, many think people call a 3 an achiever. and then she's the loyalist. So she's bringing the foresight, a lot of emotional intelligence.
6 is a loyalist?
6 is a loyalist. Yeah.
I do lean 6.
Yeah.
Oh, babe.
Well, and so 3, 9, and 6 are going to look a lot the same. Matter of fact, like Ian Crone in his book, The Road Back to You, he's going to talk about the, and some people with the Enneagram do this, where you go in times of stress and where you go in times
like a
of health.
healthy,
Yes. So I don't remember where a 9 goes, but it's going to be the 3 and the 6.
Yeah.
So for a 6, when I'm unhealthy, I look more like a 3. I become much more achiever oriented. I'm trying to earn my value. When I'm healthy, I'm much more of a 9. Peacemaker, everything is great. I don't remember where the dynamic is but it's going to be one you go this way and one you go that way.
Right.
I don't remember what it is. So for her, but notice together they have this tremendous superpowers of where they can really move forward. They can achieve great things. This family can be really safe. But there is the downside. So once we get the superpowers, then we get the shadow sides, right? And so what are their personalities and what's taking place? And the downside of a 3 now is think about it. They want it's bonding dyadic. So what are they doing? They're trying to achieve a relationship, trying to achieve worth and value. So basically, the only way you're going to love me is if I go do something.
If I'm successful at work.
Yes. That's exactly right. So think about this idea of, what was his line? I'm working hard for us. So that's a true statement, right? I mean, what was it? Was it Meatloaf who said, "Everything I do it for you"? Was that?
Oh,
who was it that sang that song? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I think I'm too young.
That's well before you.
You sure look young.
Thank you. I received that.
He's trying to make up for it. So
I love you.
So he's not feeling seen either, though, because he
That's a
thinks
great
he's
point.
doing everything
Yes.
for the family, and you don't think
Yeah.
it's good enough.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
So as he walks in the door, and he feels like, whether it's true or not, he feels like he's been sacrificing for her. And does he walk in and get that reception as though I've been sacrificing for you? No, instead, he just gets this critique.
Yeah. His day would matter so much at work, because this is somewhat relatable. So it's like you have a great day, you get filled up, you feel like $1,000,000.
People are probably being, you're doing such a good
You
job
go
at work.
home. Yeah, you go home, and if she's a little bit not giving you any of that, that's okay. I still have the tank kind of full, but then it kind of wears away. But the days that you don't get your tank full at work, and then you come home for a double down, and that doesn't happen, and it's just, the ripple effect in a negative way, where I can see how the positive effect could happen very quickly. And we're talking about healthy.
But remember when we were having this issue, I was like, "Where are you? Why are you never home? You're choosing work over me." And then Donna, remember Donna?
Yeah, you remember
Donna
Donna?
Lynn?
Oh, dear Lord.
Was like, she says to me, "Why would he want to come home to someone who's doing that?"
Yes.
He's getting like, he's
All this
being respected at
affirmation.
work, and then
That's
affirmation.
great. Donna, that's great advice, by the way.
And I was
Donna's
like,
great.
Donna
By the way,
is
I don't
great.
know if y'all noticed this.
We
Donna's
love
great.
Donna.
and I was
great.
like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm acting a little crazy."
Yeah, you saw that, hey?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's brilliant. It's an interesting, and we don't need to already get into solution, but it is an interesting thing of, and I'm not putting all the blame on her by any means.
No, this
but
was my issue.
her responsibility here. What if she began to be much more excited to have him come home? It would be intriguing to see, does the time that he comes home start to shift a little bit earlier?
Yeah. Oh, big time. And it did. Absolutely it did. And it also helped me understand that I'm still working on this part. Truthful texts nearing the end of the day.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to be hopeful and helpful.
Yeah, we've talked about that
The
before.
truth is more important to say, I'm coming home at 5:50, not I hope to get there at 5:30.
But the no text from him, that
That's-
is concerning.
whoa, that's
Oh
concerning.
no, because all right. So we've talked about what his shadow side is. He's accomplishing to get the relationship. Her shadow side now is an endless need of reassurance. So she's not going to feel comfortable, no matter how great the relationship is. She's still going to be uncertain. Matter of fact, a lot of people with an anxious attachment is when the relationship is great, they get even more nervous because they're like, "Oh, the
shoe's
other
gonna drop."
Yeah, I never have understood that statement, by the way.
The other shoe,
I was about to.
yeah.
No, I was about to say. Oh, well, what happened to the first shoe? Is my
Right,
question,
where's
but-
the shoes?
No, I was
Yeah.
about to literally say the same thing the whole time you were saying. I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
vice
look into
versa.
that. Let's have an
Vice
episode about it. Okay.
We're going to come up with our own language.
I'm curious though, because now I'm having empathy for a doctor or different
Right.
professions.
Very demanding
Yes.
schedule.
The stress at work.
Yes.
Now, if she's needing the affirmation, well, I'm working on surgery here. I can't text you.
Yes.
We have. Oh my gosh.
We don't know what he does, do
So
we?
much stress. Yeah.
We don't know. There does sounds to be some flexibility here where he has at least some say. Like a doctor, like
That's tough.
you're on when you're on.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah.
And there has to be such compassion in what's
Totally.
going on that. And I think in all of our careers, no matter where we are, we have to figure out, all right, there's pros to the career, there's downsides
Yeah.
to the career.
Yeah.
All right, what's the downside? I think I'm the son of an accountant.
Right.
So you just knew from New Year's till April 15th,
He's busy.
like,
Yeah.
Dad is at the office before 6 a.m.
Yeah.
He's
Farmers,
home after
they
6.
have their
Farmers.
harvest
Yes.
season.
Yeah. And so
they're
to
gone all
appreciate
day.
that.
Yeah.
Golfers, they have their weekends.
Golfers.
Sure,
Yes. Yeah.
right. If you're
Golfers.
making money, yeah, but some of us
Well,
are
hey,
not.
You haven't seen how good Blaine's playing lately, actually. You might want to go investigate that golf bag. And I bet you there's some cash.
Kevin,
that's
let's
going
get back to
on,
the fight.
in that moment. So she's going to need this reassurance. She's going to feel unsafe. And Adrienne, you bring up a great point. His lack of a text now really is a problem that he probably doesn't see
drive
what that
me
can
nuts.
actually do. The trigger. Oh, me too. Oh,
Yeah,
me
because
too.
we're her.
Yeah, no, we are. Yes,
We're
we
like
are.
so angry for her.
How hard is it to text me?
You
That
literally don't have to use your hands anymore.
No, that's exactly.
Wow. Glad I'm here.
You bring value in.
Adrienne,
We don't know where
I
yet,
feel
but
seen? Question mark.
Adrienne and I are so on this woman's
Yeah,
side. It's
yeah,
not even
yeah.
funny, right? So now we have the personalities that are going on, right? Their attachment we've already talked about comes into it, right? His shutdown, his silence now triggers her. Her emotion triggers him. And so this is a very typical fight that we talk about in love styles now, where they're both responding is triggering the other one, and neither one can see what's going on. Which actually, even if they reconcile on this fight, they will already be set up for the next fight
one.
because
Yeah.
when they reconcile, he'll think to himself, "Oh, okay, I finally appeased her." She'll think to herself, "Oh, we had this breakthrough." And the next fight is already set up. So these things can really begin to build upon each other. Let's think about what would a secure attachment, how would that change it? Because you can grow in your personality. You can think about this. You don't have to be stuck in as a 6. I don't have to just be a 6. I can develop and grow. But the easier thing to change here is your attachment. Is you can go from an anxious attachment to a secure, from an avoidant to a secure. So let's think about what would it look like
That's good.
if either one of them were secure in this relationship. What would happen here? It would empower them to begin to think outside of themselves
right.
and to think about the other.
That was a big change for us. We both realized in these moments we're just thinking of ourselves, or I was. You maybe were thinking of me more.
No, I wouldn't have seen your actual need. I would have said, well, don't you trust me? Like, I'm working hard to do this. I'm going to come home.
And
I
I
love
would have
you.
said,
What do
"Don't you see me? I'm alone here.
Right.
I don't know anyone. I have nothing."
And I would say, just hang in there, Tiger. It's going to get better, right? Because that was literally living in a basement. This is going to be relatable for a lot of people. It's like we're living in a 400 square foot basement suite, newly married, trying to save up money so that we can have the thing, which is the condo, the next step. You know, we want to have a family. There's so many stresses in and amongst this. My mindset is, let's go and make money and save money. And hers is, let's just be together. I moved away from a town, away from my family. All my security is gone. Every bit of it.
Yeah. And we like to be secure and predictable as a 6.
She went on an adventure, and it was horrible.
It wasn't horrible. It was hard.
Horribly hard.
Yeah. But I think I had to see like, oh, he's working really hard for me. I had to get into his shoes.
Yes, before they drop.
Yes. And see like his perspective.
Yeah.
So being less selfish.
Yeah.
Does that answer
Yeah.
my question?
No, I like it. So here's what secure attachment does: is it gives you the ability to safely think about the other person
Right.
without fear of what's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
And let's be honest here. Here's the deception, but then here's also the truth. We deceive ourselves into thinking, if I think of him more than I think of myself, I'm going to get taken advantage of because we feel like that's what's happening right now. So it's going to get even worse.
Yeah.
And so we become really defensive of ourselves. So again, one protests, one defends, but that actually drives us further into the negative feelings that we're having.
Yeah.
And if instead we have the ability to think of the other person first, lean into what they're doing, and they begin, that will actually invite them to begin to lean into what we're doing.
Yeah.
And here's what secure attachment does, in my opinion, is it doesn't take away the conflict. It smooths the edges of it. So all the sharpness goes away.
Yeah.
Healthy couples still have conflict,
Yes.
but they don't have the daggers that are
Right.
being thrown back and forth. They're not having to get so defensive. They're not having to protest so hard. And it just de-escalates what's going on, which then allows them to actually change behaviors and actions. So let's think about that for both of them. What would it look like if whenever he walked in the door, instead of being dismissive, because let's face it, whenever the callousness of it, in all likelihood, is a protective mechanism. It's his avoidant attachment already starting to kick in. He knows the fight's coming, so he's already starting
Running.
to step out of
Yeah.
it. Right? What if instead he came in and he leaned into it? I am so sorry I didn't text you. I know that has to be hard for you. I should have. I'm going to own what I need to own, and that had to be frustrating for you. Now I'm going to identify your emotion and actually call it out of you to some extent. Now notice what this does for her. Subconsciously, she's not going to recognize this. She feels like the emotion inside of her, she recognizes it doesn't quite match the situation that's at hand.
Right.
And so she has to up the ante to show the emotion of what's going on to get him to see her.
Yep.
When he already sees her, it invites her to not have to do that. And so now she approaches it with a truthful concept, but not just so over the top emotional. So notice what that does for him. Her heightened emotion is going to scare him. So now that she's going to come at it less emotionally, well, now he's not as scared. So he's not as quick to run. He stays in it, which means she's more secure. So her emotion calms even more.
Yep.
And so next thing you know, they can meet, right? And remember what we say in love styles. The problem with a pointed finger of protest and a raised fist of defense is you can't hold a hand with either one, right?
We say that.
So we
Yes,
do.
That's
We
very
do.
good.
Yeah,
We do.
we
That's very
as a
good.
group say
Yeah.
that.
Yes, y'all get
I
none of the
like that we
royalties,
say
but
that.
we say that. So if we can begin to recognize it's okay to say, here's my problem, but can we lower the emotion behind the protest? And can we actually not defend? And simply be here and actually ask for more?
Yeah. I'm interested and use us as the example here, because I think I'm fairly secure.
You do this to me all the time.
Right.
Like
Does it irritate you?
No.
Okay.
It had.
helped-
It had.
Yes.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But now, like you said, it kind of like it puts me at ease a little bit. It softens whatever I'm feeling inside for me to be like, okay, thank you. I just wish you would maybe have done it this way because that would have helped me with the kids
Yeah, that
and
makes
not
sense.
and then like so we can communicate
Yeah.
what we're feeling and why the feeling behind the reaction.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious I feel like I'm pretty, there's anxious attachments in me, I'm sure, with different things. But with this, I feel secure, right? Therefore, I'm saying the things. How do you stop it from being just a punching bag, though? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, it's okay, my fault. It's okay, calm down. No, it's your fault. It's your fault.
Yeah.
It's because she has now become secure in actually saying those words of, well, no, I just need you to, I'm stressed out because of the kitchen. That is it. That's the only, oh, really? The kitchen? I had no idea. I'll go and clean the kitchen. But it's like, no, you need to know. You need to know what's wrong with this. And you know what I'm saying?
No, I think that's a great point. And even as y'all were kind of role playing that out just a little bit there, one of my thoughts was that is very good, very healthy as long as it's genuine.
Right.
Because here's what could happen is somebody with an avoidant attachment could actually kind of play that role and still stay emotionally detached.
Well, what I was about to say
what's
was,
going on.
if he says, I'm so sorry for not texting you, you better text her next time. Otherwise, the words mean absolutely nothing.
And then you become a liar.
And it's over.
That's it.
It's over. There's no trust. So someone has an anxious attachment, suddenly double downs on no trust.
Yes.
This man's words are nothing.
No, that's
right?
exactly that, and especially a 6 with an anxious attachment,
Oh
which
my
now
gosh.
this is me
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
Well, now I can't trust a single thing you said.
No.
So I need reassurance, and now you've lied to me, which means I need even more reassurance. So I can clearly see somebody coming in and actually trying to manage their spouse's emotions, so they stay emotionally detached. So that's the danger. of
The
what you're doing.
thermometer versus the temperature?
Thermostat.
Thermostat.
Well, as we say in chapter 1 of Love Styles.
Have you read this book?
Hey, don't ask that question. Don't ask that question.
So
Notice
good.
I've never asked that question. On our previous episode, we had Silas on, and I asked Silas at one point, of all the books I've written, how many have you read? And he said, I read a page of one time. That's
good.
That's
good.
That's what he said.
It's a start.
And it's the one that's about him. So, so now let's look at what does secure attachment look like from her side. So we talked about from his side, it woos her out. Now from her side, if she can begin to recognize, you know what, he loves me, he's for me, as long as there's evidence of that.
Yep.
Right.
He's working hard for us. Yeah, this is something we need to work out, no question. But whenever he comes to the door, it's okay for me to say, I'm frustrated that you didn't let me know. But I'm going to intentionally now ratchet the emotion down to try to match the situation and calm myself with what's going on the inside. So here's what she needs to realize. I don't have to have him to calm me, because that's what she feels is, I need him to see me or I'm not going to be calm. No, you actually can manage your own emotions here and still now bring the conflict to the table. Again, the edges should be softer. Now I can bring the conflict and say, hey, next time, how can we work on this? I know you love me. I know you're working hard. You're for us, all those kind of things. But here's what I feel when I'm expecting you by 6. And not only are you not here, I don't get a text. And I think the powerful part of this, here's what the kids are experiencing as well.
Not out of guilt, but out of facts, right? Like out of awareness for him or her who's coming through the door, and simply say, hey, this is the vibe. Like any bit of your confidence will make him more confident. Because there's also guys or gals coming through that door who've been working hard, who are so insecure about where their role is in the family and if they're loved and appreciated. So they're going to just keep double down and working harder to try to gain that approval from their family. And if she or he is not giving it to her as she comes through the door, it's only going to compound for him. We talked a lot about the person in the house waiting for the person, but it's the one at work also is just like, man, where do I even matter in this family? Do I matter? It's like, if your spouse tells you that the kids are missing you and they want to be around you, and we value quality time over another vacation, or maybe that's a bad one, but a couch or whatever, a nicer house, that leads him to believe, I don't have to work as long as I have to work. They actually just want to be, they're content, right? Because he's chasing after everyone's happiness, if that's me. And then
He's trying to achieve it.
They're trying to achieve it. And if everyone says, Dad, we're just content with what this is. Oh, okay. I'm content now. So I don't have to go take overtime or what have you.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's very good. All right, let's look at a couple of things they can do so this fight doesn't happen next time or isn't nearly as bad. So 3 suggestions here of ways to kind of change this. The first thing is, and this is how we protest. It's okay to protest. Think about this. Literally, just wrote this book. Talk about the raised finger protest, the raised fist of defense. I get home the other day and Jenny walks in with a smile on her face, raises her finger and says, I'm going to protest.
Oh, nice.
I said, oh, okay. What are we going to protest right now? And she and it was, hey, how much are you going to work here? Like, what's going on? Or I had a little job change here. They've added a task to me.
Yeah.
And so the very first day that happened, I was supposed to be home at 6. I got home at 9:30. There were texts. There was plenty of communication. That wasn't a problem. The problem was that, wow, we've added 3.5 hours on day 1 of having 2
What
jobs.
does this really mean?
What is this going to look like
for the whole
and
year?
And notice the brilliance of Jenny in this moment is she didn't let it simmer.
She got
Day
to
1.
the point.
Yeah.
Hey, if this is how it's going to be, this is not how it's going to be. And so that's a brilliant concept. So one thing I think that they can do is on how they protest. So instead of walking in, and whenever he walks in, instead of going, you, what if she said, hey, I really need reassurance? So instead of naming the complaint, she's naming the attachment need. So what's underneath the table, right? So the temptation is to go what's above the table.
Yeah.
You're late. Here's the issue. No. Let me pause. What do I feel underneath the table? Oh, I need reassurance. I'm uncertain. So let's raise that.
Yeah.
instead of the complaint. So here's what we're going to name the attachment need. Then I think there's a very basic thing that they can do here that we often forget about. It's a whole lot easier to stay out of trouble than get out of trouble. Yeah. It's a whole lot easier to prevent the problem than to be in it and get out of it. Right?
Got it now. Thank
you. I could tell by Adrienne's
other shoe drop there.
That's where the first shoe
I don't think that's
went.
what it means. Good try.
But a couple can look at what are our general conflicts, and how can we prevent those from being so bad.
Yeah.
And a very simple house rule here could be this: you're going to text if you're late.
Mm-hmm.
We just know this is what's going to happen. Well, one thing that Jenny and I do is if I can see that I'm running late. One, I'm going to text her the moment I can see that I'm going to be late. The text is getting sent. And then the moment I get in my car, because it's a 20-minute drive home, the moment I get in my car, I call her and say, hey, I'm leaving.
Yeah, that would be like huge. I'd be like, okay, I have 30 more minutes that I need to like get the kids like settled or feed them dinner or whatever.
I have a great difficulty of this. I'm in it. I'm doing a lot of things. So we've shared my location on the phone. That's another solution.
That helps, because then I'd be like, but then I'll be like, you haven't left yet?
That's Ella. So Ella with us will be, I'll be, the other day I was going to have a late day at work. So I thought I'll just sleep in a little bit. Right. So literally 15 minutes after the time I normally leave the house, Ella texts me, shouldn't you be at work already?
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Like, well, what is
so funny.
what is going on? And then a third thing that they can do. So whatever you're raise what's below the table, not just focus on what's above the table. Have some rules of how you operate, just a general operating system of what's taking place. And then let's make sure that we're repairing faster, we're connecting and then solving the problem. So instead of we're going to duke it out here when we're disconnected, if there are times in which you actually can't solve the issue. If you're disconnected, you can't solve the issue.
Right.
You have to find a way to reconnect. Then solving the issue becomes very easy. I think this is a difference between healthy couples and unhealthy couples. Why healthy couples tend to be more successful is it's not how much they fight, it's when they fight. Healthy couples fight when they feel connected. So healthy couples try to take care of issues and solve issues when they feel connected because they actually can't solve them. Unhealthy couples try to solve the issue when they feel disconnected and they have no chance of doing so.
So how do you reconnect? To fight?
Go on a date, go on a walk.
I think in this situation, a walk here could be useful, depending on where the kids are and the meal time. If you're by yourself, you could. So I think here the reconnection here happens as we're naming the emotions that are underneath the table.
Okay.
As we're being securely attached. Truth-telling, but being securely attached. And that, hey, I just needed reassurance. I was so uncertain of what was going on, and it felt like it was going to be forever. Had I known it was just going to be 30 minutes, I would have been so good.
Yeah.
And he could say, man, you know what? I got so caught up at work. I'm sorry. I did not think about you. I should have. I should have thought about you. But I feel like I'm working for us. So ironically, here's the funny thing. He is thinking about her so much because he probably doesn't have the ability not to because of that dyadic viewpoint. He doesn't realize he's not communicating how much he's thinking about her.
Interesting.
And so that creates a dynamic. So if they can name those emotions and find healing in those emotions, then they can, all right, what are we going to do next time to make
a plan.
I hear that, but that's that's ideal scenario.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of all the friends that I know, it's like the secure attachment just isn't there yet.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think about a counselor. I think about
after they read Love Styles.
After Love Styles, great book. Or they go and see their marriage
favorites.
pastor and they sit and talk for. I'm trying to make a good point here. You guys are just.
Love Styles is the favorite book Adrienne's never read.
You don't know that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes, but it's a good point,
right?
This is a mature action we're talking about.
Because I'm thinking, she's like, how do you get there? How do you actually get to secure? It's like we've gone to dinners because we're secure. Find a secure couple to go for a dinner and know that you can truthfully talk it out. Because you validated many different spouses' opinions that the guy had never heard before. No, she just doesn't get it. No, you're being stubborn right now. You listen, talk it out loud. And if the couple, you're having fun, but at the same time, you're willing to go there, they often leave saying, you know what, you're right, babe. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do that. Oh, Blaine and Age or whoever does it, are the friends that do it. We'll learn from them. Yeah, let's try it. So I think it's attainable.
Yeah.
If you're sitting at home saying, he never will ever say, come home through the door. You're right, babe. I should be texting you. That's just not where it's at. Go and find an area where you'll actually have that conversation.
That's a great point. And I think one thing that they both can do, we can all do. This is the power of not only knowing yourself. Knowing yourself allows you to know your spouse. And so it's one thing as a 6, right? A certainty dyadic. I know what my weaknesses are, and I know I need reassurance and all of that. Well, now Jenny knows that.
Yeah.
She can learn phrases that reassure me.
Yeah.
And then here in this situation where he's a 3, so a bonding, right? So he wants to achieve that relationship. She needs to be speaking into his 3-ness.
Oh, yeah.
So she needs to be talking about, man, you work so hard. You're so successful. You're so, right. Speak into his achiever.
His ego?
No.
Yes. No. What is, but ego, not in a negative way.
Right.
Not in a negative way. In the same, because here's what's interesting. Here's what's fascinating to me, and I get it, is we would say his need for achievement is ego. We don't say her need for reassurance is ego, but it's just as much I
Like
driven.
if you were to say to me, babe, I am content with what we have,
Which I have said.
which has given me absolute security, to then, okay, that's great. I'm now happy. I don't need to go and achieve your happiness. I'm now more content. I'll do the dishes.
Yeah.
I'll do the thing. So it's like, you're so totally true. It's like, that is
Pump his tires.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
Whoa. Okay, that's later. So that's friends, partners,
Doesn't
and
that
lovers.
mean like build him up? Does that mean build him up? I think tires up. Don't make me out to something I'm not.
So, but notice this goes both ways. He needs to learn reassurance language to her.
Yes.
Honey, I was thinking
It's gotta
about
be
you.
truthful.
Truthful, absolutely. You're important to me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about you today. I can see why you were scared
Yeah.
over that. I can see how my actions would have contributed to that.
I appreciate that you're doing so much
Yes.
to make this
Yeah.
thing whole
That
work.
was another thing we learned. It's like appreciate each other for the little things. Thank you for doing the dishes.
Yeah.
That was so
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you for working hard.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
even
Thank
the little
you for
things.
pumping the tires.
Wow, there we go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Literally.
And
In friends, partners, and lovers, I
Yes.
say that please and thank you oftentimes matter more than sex.
yeah, well, yeah,
We might
it's debatable.
agree to disagree.
Because the please and thank you will lead to better sex.
Oh.
And you know what happens there?
Oh,
That will cause us to change the odds.
Yes, it
we'll
will.
see you next time.